after a harrowing encounter at the top of Deathstalk Tower, in which Vanarel had a near-death experience with an undead Hydra monstrosity, and Bea had a brief reunion with Libiel in the Boneyards, the party has dispatched the defenders of the tower and found themselves stymied by an inactive Ayadara. They knew they'd have to find a way to activate this teleporter to reach the extra-dimensional inner sanctum, likely where the Spore Queen resides. While investigating the Ayadara, they heard an angry voice prodding them toward the need for a specially blessed holy symbol and multiple prayers. They remembered prayers they saw on the lower levels, but have not encountered any special holy symbols. While debating their options, they felt a tug to the base of the tower and decided to descend along the moving platform that runs down a shaft down the entire tower. Upon reaching a ruined library, they were set upon by a new, horrible aberration, a horrible cross between an eye and tooth-filled mouth and a flying octopus. Collapsed bookcases lie around the room. The doors to the east are strongly barricaded, while the doors to the west are closed. The destruction in this chamber feels more brutal and intentional compared to the rot and decay found elsewhere in the structure. We ended last session with Bea setting up a wall of force, stopping 2 of the aberrations from continuing their ranged attacks. We pick back up with Dezi's turn at the top of round 2.
Well, thanks, Bea. That leaves me open. I was about to do the same thing. I guess I'm going to try to get rid of that one that's trying to eat Daegron there. I'll take careful aim with my crossbow. I'm going to do an Eldritch shot, and I'll use needle darts as some of the cold iron around my gauntlet forms up, reinforcing my crossbow bolts. Oh my, a natural 20? I think this one might be out of the sky.
Okay, that is a crit. Nice start of the session.
This is not doubled, so you'll have to double that one, and I'll get the weapon damage in a second.
Okay, so I have to double this one. And that one is dead.
Oh, I don't need to do the weapon damage then. That seems fine.
One of these floating, and actually let me share the artwork again at the top of the session here so you can all see this horrible thing that you are currently fighting. These, as I said, are eye and tooth-filled mouths at the top end of a flying octopus. You identified these last session as well as Quillpots. You know, these are the original inhabitants of the Abyss that were displaced when the demons took over. They are still horrible, evil, chaotic creatures. They are just not demons.
Just hit him in the eye, Daegron. It should be fine.
And that was... What else do you have to do? Or is that
that
your
was
whole turn?
A spell strike, so that was my full turn.
Okay. Let me...
I do get the free reload, but I can do that offline.
Daegron is currently not here. I will take actions for Daegron. I believe, given that it's 10 feet up, he can't reach, but he'd probably do his jumping attack where he vaults over it and smacks it twice while jumping. I'm going to have him jump to this side, and he'll strike twice. Looks like he currently has the Frostkeen Cold Iron Battle Axe out. I need to double check. Do you remember how the map works on this one? Is it both at the end? It's a regular hit,
full.
41. Daegron smashes into this, doing 38 points of damage. Let me just check his feat here. I'm sorry about the delay. Needle in the God's Eye. Each account counts toward it, but does not increase until after. That's what I thought. So he gets 2 full map attacks. That is crazy. And he missed with the second one. He has 1 action left, and I believe his dueling parry is free now, or does he have to do that one again?
It stays up.
I think it's a stance. Yeah, he'll try to
Probably
demoralize this one. Yeah, that sounds like what he would usually do here.
I believe you also have to say, well, I should have done this first, but I'll do it now, I guess.
Yes, that is the rule when using demoralize as a third action. A 30 against its will save is not enough, so he does not demoralize it. Onward to Vanarel.
All right, well, I don't have any fancy jump through the air and slice everything, so I'm going to do the next best thing. I still have my light hammer. It bounces off things and comes back, and the one Quillpoth that is remaining is still one of my hunted prey. I did tag both of these guys last time, so I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to make my 2 strikes first. Hurl a hammer. Ooh, a 3 on the die, though.
32 will miss.
Not quite going to do it. All right, well, we'll catch that. Hope that doesn't happen a second time. We bring that right back around. Oh, no, it happened a second time.
A 28 on a natural 1 will also miss.
Can we have someone hold these things still? I was going to do something else, but out of frustration, I'm just going to hurl it one last time. I need something up close to actually deal with. And a 2 on the die for a third one.
27 will miss. What do you think is throwing Vanarel off here?
And probably this like nagging, like boring sensation happening on the back of my shoulder.
I thought it was all the eyes.
I mean, there is a
eyes
tooth
thing are weird.
lodged in you. I could see how that could be annoying you.
Yeah, it's in my throwing arm. But that said, that was all of my things here, which means I'm gonna get bored into a little bit more.
Yep.
And that's not gonna get out either, so I'll just take damage for my whole turn.
Yeah, you feel that tooth just keep pushing into your shoulder a little deeper. It's like almost like a natural drill, or almost maybe there's small teeth that are just kind of pulling it in deeper to you as it seems like it's still alive, even though it's just been ejected from this creature. And it is up next. And it sees Daegron right there. I think it is going to have to descend a little bit in order to hit. So it's going to come down 5 feet. And then it is going to try to bite Daegron. You see that whole mouth just become larger and larger as it starts to kind of just engulf Daegron. But its aim was off. Maybe those eyes, and it's maybe going a little cross-eyed, and it just kind of missed Daegron very, very badly. It's going to try one more of those. This time, the giant maw encases Daegron, doing 42 points of damage to Daegron. He took a little bit less. I think there was some acid damage that he has some resistance to. But this now tries to bite him, grab him. But it's going to critically fail. So Daegron is able to choose what happens to it instead, and I think can knock it prone here. So I think he would do that in a heartbeat. It's on the ground. Yeah. It doesn't fall far enough to take any damage, but it is prone on the ground now, and that's going to help out the party quite a bit. So that was good luck. We have the 2 who are trapped behind the wall of force that are up next. And you're going to see one. You see it just hanging out behind this wall. It got here. It tried to shoot a tooth at Vanarel. It got lodged in the wall. And then it starts slapping at the wall with its tentacles. Or I guess it's its wing that attacks with, not the tentacles. It easily hits the wall and does 36 points of damage. I don't believe that's enough to break out of a wall of force. We can check its stats between rounds. I know that's not enough. That was 3 actions from it though. And that means it also is stuck right there, blocking the path. The other one does not have reach. You hear more, thank you, 30 hardness, 60, so it only got 6 points through on that. The other one, you hear it kind of smashing at the bookcases and trying to get able to see the wall, but you don't see the other one appear. Bea, you're hearing a ruckus behind you. You see a prone one on the ground in front of you.
All right, I'm going to hope the wall of force keeps them at bay for a little while. I had a plan, but honestly, this sounds like a better use of it. I'm going to use Hasted Assault and give myself, the Quicken condition. Just another to the pile. Don't worry about it.
Just to remember, that will apply at the beginning of next turn, so you're not hasted this round. You have 2 actions remaining for this round.
Yeah, so she slaps herself on and gives a battle cry as she just suddenly starts moving much faster. And then she's going to move here, and with flanking and prone, this guy should be a lot easier to hit, yes?
Should be. I think you do need to be inside their square, right?
Right, I have to be here.
Yeah. I'm still going to consider that flanking. I know there's all kinds of debate over how tiny creatures flank. I'm going to let that count as a flank. Let's not worry about that.
Yay.
39 will hit.
Some damage as she swings her little short sword. Hits it with some electricity as well. Looks like the electricity is the only thing that did damage.
Yeah. I think you saw last session, I know it's been across a session and you might have forgotten, it felt like non-cold iron attacks were not getting through.
Oh, I have the wrong weapon for
on
this.
Physical damage. I think you saw that all last week, so I don't mind reminding you all of that. Okay, but that was still your turn now. Top of round 3, Dezi.
Okay. Vanarel looks like they're down a bit, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is cast a life boost on you. Find it. Where'd it go? There we go. So you can grab that, Vanarel.
Alright.
And then I'm going to do a 2-action needle darts with once again just forming a cold iron needle dart straight from my gauntlet.
And Vanarel, please give me a perception check while that's going on.
Alrighty.
Dezi, that's a hit with a 36 against AC.
And 26 points of damage.
And Vanarel, you're hearing some loud, muffled sounds coming through the doors to the west. You can't quite make it out. Sounds like a muffled belch of some kind, possibly. It sounded loud. And the Quillpoth has taken the damage from Dezi. That was all three of yours with the life boost and the 2-action needle darts.
Correct.
We are back to Daegron. He has the flank. He doesn't need to move. I don't think he's going to jump around. I think he's just going to attack 3 times here. He has a good target on the ground. He doesn't need to slam down. So we will just make his turn go quickly. First swings. And with a 4 on the die for he was targeting himself. Let me check the actual AC here. The 36 against AC is actually a hit, thanks to all of the either prone or flanking. They are the same debuff, so those don't stack, but still makes him easy to hit.
This would probably be a snagging strike. I don't know if it matters, but yeah.
He hit once. He's going to swing again, bringing down his battle axe, trying to maybe take off one of those wings, staying away from the mouth. A 40 will hit again, doing 34 more points. And a final swing. Just hacking away one after the other, and a natural 2 will be a critical miss there. That was Daegron's turn, and we are now up to Vanarel.
All right, well, all I really had to do, apparently, was throw my hammer around a little bit, and that will answer my prayers. This thing fell to the ground and is prone, so I'm going to step right up to here. I will take an action to specifically call out the door over to the west, as specifically as a point out, just so everyone is fully aware that if something comes through there, we're hopefully not caught off guard. Well, mechanically or metaphorically. And then I am going to use a flurry to take care of this guy on the ground. I don't want him getting back up and spitting teeth at anyone, least of all me. Still only managing to catch 1 hit, though. Just the beacon dealing 20 points of damage to it.
Okay, that was your 3.
Yep.
Move, point out, and flurry. It is up next, and you take some more damage as that tooth continues to bore into your shoulder. It is going to stand up
I want
first.
to take that out.
I know that's going to provoke from at least 2, if not all 3 of you. I don't know how many of you have reactive strike. I will roll dig.
Bea also got a crit. Not that it's going to do as much as either of them, but
And as it stands up, the 3 of you just hammer away at it, and it just collapses back to the ground, smashing that table that it was on top of. And just kind of, it's not quite dissolving into goo, but it's also not quite leaving a corpse behind. Something very odd is happening here as you almost even notice the table is disintegrating, but not like acid, just kind of bubbling and morphing. And it's rather gross and disturbing to your sight, but no one needs to make a save, and that was its turn. The 2 behind the barrier are up next, so one of them can see you, and it is going to try to bite that barrier. It seems very angry and wants to get through this. Let me just check. Yeah, no spell that it's going to do effectively. It's going to attack the wall. It hits. Of course, you can't crit it, so I don't care about crits. And it is only going to get 8 points through. It's going to try another one. This wall of force is definitely stopping this thing in its tracks. You just see the mouth opening wider and wider, and kind of almost like a drill bit, just trying to spin and kind of trying to gouge its way through this wall. But it is making very slow progress. 6, 7, 8 so far, so that's 13, 21 points, and it misses on the last one. Actually, no, even that's not a miss. A 21 would still be a hit, so the critical 6 fail drops it. It would still be a crit, so that drops it to a regular hit. But I don't even need to roll these, it looks like, anymore. And at 21 points of damage so far done to the wall, we get another 6, so it's at 27. It's not even halfway through the wall. I
feel bad now.
I'm going to run through the other one. I'm going to say it does roughly the same, so it's done about 20 points as well to its section of the wall that it's going with. Bea.
I think Bea is going to move up and be like, do we want to leave these guys here and just exit through? You said that door is bad. Maybe this door, and
something's coming to the west. Yeah.
This door is heavily barricaded. You know it would take several actions to remove all of the planks and chairs and jumbled debris. It does look like someone wanted to keep something from coming into this room from that side.
From the west side?
No, the east side is the barricaded side. The west side is where you heard the noises.
Well, let's barricade this one ourselves real quick. How about that?
I don't know that's going to be real quick. I think those things are going to break through by the time you get a barricade up.
We are still in initiative, so we don't have long time to discuss.
I don't have a lot I can do against them, so I'm gonna move over and start moving tables over in front of this door and just like stack them in a haphazard way to make a barricade.
Okay. You've started pulling some
Actually-
tables over.
I think she's strong enough where she could just throw them there.
And you are hasted. Yeah. I mean, of course, there is a giant corpse of a thing dissolving on top of those tables, so those tables
A
may
few
not
of
be
them.
the best to work with. You may need to come further south to get to the ones that are not smoking and
Okay.
bubbling.
So there, and then I'll grab it and toss one this way.
Sure, give me an athletics check.
Okay, please succeed these here.
Yeah, you easily heave a whole table. I mean, this table is so much larger than you, but you've lifted it over your head and you just throw it toward the door. It lands exactly where you wanted it with a loud, satisfying thud. You can tell it's not barricaded. It doesn't look like it's wedged into anything, but it is still at least a table that you've gotten over there.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus on trying to cover that door as much in like broken tables. If you guys can take care of the guys up there.
Okay, we will move on to Dezi.
Dezi sees that Vanarel is still bleeding and a little bit hurt. They're gonna step up to them. They're gonna quick brew up. They're gonna pull out their alchemy stuff and do some quick brew of a something I don't use that often. Where's my alchemy? There we go. Numbing tonic to make the pain a little bit easier on you, Vanarel. And I'll use my last action to shove it down your throat. Let me put out what that does. There you go. You can drag that to yourself. Basically, you're getting 15 temporary hit points at the start of each round, which should counteract the bleeding, you know? Actually, immediately and at the start of each round, but that the immediately isn't gonna matter terribly much. But yeah.
Okay, I will move on to Daegron. Not seeing what else to do, Daegron will at least spend one round helping Bea with the plan to throw stuff at the door. Not wanting to be shown up by the tiny sprite, he's going to move down to the next table and heave it at the door. And let's see, compared to the rolls, slightly better, but also is from further away. But there's now a second table kind of smashed against that area there, definitely pushing the first one a little closer. There's now 2 tables worth blocking that door. And Daegron does look a little smug with himself. Vanarel.
All right, well, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sheath my rapier so that I've got a free hand and I can twist around and try to pry at this stupid tooth that is in my is buried into my shoulder, because it was one of these yo-yos on the other side of that force wall that hit me with that from behind. I'm going to try and give myself with the assisted recovery roll.
Sure. Give me a medicine check.
Yep. Just one medicine check here to try and take care of this.
You're able to
43.
tell that you think there's no way to stop this short of it just... It seems like the tooth is alive, but it is dying over time of being outside the creature. You do think after this round, so after 3 rounds, it stops doing any damage. And it looks like, as far as you can tell, there doesn't seem to be any easy way to stop that. You might need to spend more actions, maybe 2 or 3 actions, to figure out a way to do that before the normal duration has run its course.
Okay, so there wasn't a way like to prep for like the larger, or get the lower DC off of the...
No, it actually,
Okay.
it's actually persistent damage that has, I don't believe it's supposed to even have a DC to recover. No, it does. Never mind. Okay, no, so I'm sorry. I was wrong about that. Yes. So yeah, this will drop the DC this round, but you also know it would have stopped on its own this round anyways.
Oh, well, it still hurts. So
But for
it's
next
good
time,
to
at
know
least.
For the future, yeah.
Yeah, for the next time you have a tooth stuck in your shoulder.
Yeah, sure. All right, so I try to get that squared away. For the one action I've got remaining this turn here, I can see this thing through the force wall. I know
Yes.
it's trying to get through. I'm just going to preemptively designate that as my hunted prey for now. And then, with that being the end of my turn, I will try to stop this before it... well, no, it's going to give me the damage and then stop anyway, so... If I understand how that works.
Yes. So end of turn, here it goes.
Yep.
And it should come off. Let me make sure it knows to remove it. It did not know to remove it automatically after 3 rounds. But let me click that off of you. There you go. So 9 more damage.
That 9 came off of your temporary, right? Just to make sure this is working.
It came off. Yes, it did.
Cool.
And so the
First
tooth,
time using it, I wanted to make sure.
the tooth kind of stops its wiggling and it just kind of falls out with a with a clank to the floor, and then it starts doing that same dissolving, bubbling. It's almost as if anything around it is being just slightly corrupted into more primordial chaos.
Oh, that is very disturbing. I don't want that in my flesh anywhere.
And then the two to the north spend their whole turns bashing through the wall. You can tell that the section in front of the western one looks likely to fail next turn. I'll have to roll to see when it fails on its first, second, or third attack, but you can see the wall of force cracking and shimmering, almost as if it was a wall of ice now in that area. You can see the gaps forming in the magic. Maybe you briefly saw the wing come all the way through the wall before it got pushed back, but it's able to start getting through the wall. Bea.
So she moves, she lifts another table above her head, her tiny frame, holding it pretty easily, and then throwing it towards the door to layer on another just broken table to the mess.
May the athletics roll. Oh, the battle continues. Still not quite one-upping Daegron, but better than your last attempt. You've managed to throw that table in a way that it's not just easily pushed aside. Maybe it came at a slight angle with it kind of wedging together, and they're making more of a proper barricade rather than just a jumble of things. Almost artistic in your execution there.
Then she moves to get to the next one.
Dezi, round 5.
I mean, seeing that the closest one to the wall that's about to fall, I don't think I want to be here. I'll say to Vanarel, Vanarel, you've got lots of healing effects. You mind plugging the hole there? And then I'm going to stride back to probably about there. And I will ready an attack for when the barricade comes down at the thing that's through it.
Okay. I think Daegron's going to do something similar. Enough of the table throwing competition. And he is going to, let's see, what is his speed? Probably 20 or 25. Speed is 25. So he is going to get closer to this, be in the front. He doesn't have the actions if he moves again to ready an attack. So I think maybe he'll stop inside the bless instead and ready an assault if one comes up next to them. Vanarel?
I think I'm going to do very much so the same thing. I'm not about to walk up there and break the rest of that wall of force. I will let them get tired doing that. So I think right now, I can't actually, with the light being where it is, I don't have a solid view on that thing right now. So I'm not sure if I can try a shot in the dark, like recall knowledge, to try and get some extra info on this thing. Can I?
You can try.
All right. I'm going to foolishly presume this might be something occultism related.
Let's see.
I don't know if I have any.
Religion is the best skill for them as they are these quillpoths. Occultism we know is more appropriate for aberrations, and while this looks like a horrible aberration, you already learned that this is an extraplanar being rather than a weird.
Awful. It's true. They do look awful. It's probably why I thought that instinctively.
I also would allow demon
shot.
lore, not because they're demons, it'd be at a harder DC if you had that, just because they are still often fighting demons, so maybe you'd know something about them from that perspective if you have that.
My line of knowledge has been a little more hyper-focused. I have tree razor lore, so I'll stick with the religion.
And yeah, you do remember a little bit more about these creatures. You know that they tend to be they're kind of the manifestation of the Outer Rift's capacity for transforming things, for transforming through destruction. You have heard of stories of people that are swallowed by them when they are released, being completely different creatures. But what else would you learn about them in particular that you have not already seen? I think you have already seen everything they can do.
Okay.
You already saw their frightful presence when you first came in here. You had to make saves. I think you saw one of them kind of do a threat display with its mouth that... Oh no, I don't think you've seen that one yet. So you do know that they can do a weird threat display that can hurt everyone. I think you did see that, and I think everyone saved against it, and I was all sad. So you know they have some kind of posturing displays, and you haven't seen it, but you are pretty sure they can swallow whole. I'll give you that. Don't get grabbed.
Anything with that many teeth can likely swallow whole. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and then with
turn.
my other...
Oh, nope, you have more.
I was just to recall knowledge there. My other two actions, I'm going to ready. If either that thing or whatever's trying to pound down the door gets within my range, I'm going to attack it. Just give it one shot if it gets within my reach.
Okay, we have multiple readied actions here, and the first one is up. I'm not even going to bother rolling the attack rolls, just going to roll the damage rolls. I was having it do average damage on the rounds we were speeding through for it. And 8 points is enough. It had 7 left, so on the first attack, it opens the section of the wall there. It's only a 5-foot section, so it is gonna have to squeeze through to get through, but it can shoot through a section now. And so does anyone's ready to actions go off at that point?
I think Dezi's would, assuming I have a clear shot at it, which it looks like. Doesn't it go down in 10-foot sections?
I
Or
thought it
is
was
that not
5-foot
all
sections, but I think you'd still have a clear shot. It was getting rid of this,
Okay, then
this
yeah.
section here.
I will take my shot.
I think Daegron and Vanarel's are melee strikes, right?
Yes.
Is the trigger you prepared?
A 1 to a 13 for a 41 to hit.
That will hit. 21 damage. Okay. And it still has 2 actions left. And it is going to try a spell on Daegron. Glad that you're here now. I will need a will.
Receive it.
I will need a will save from you. While you were away, the party killed the 2 that were in this room, and the 2 that were out of the room just broke through the wall of force. You have heard the sound of loud noises, yells, belches. You're hard to tell what they were, coming from the door to the west. You and Bea spent about 2 rounds throwing tables to make a blockade over there. A little bit of a throwing athletics competition. You did a little better, but Bea had more turns at it, so who knows who won. And you currently have a ready to action if one of them comes into melee with you. Doesn't look too likely, but you made your save. And that was that one's turn. The other one is trying to break through its section of the wall of force. It has done 1 attack less damage total to that wall. So it's probably going to take 2 actions to get through it, unless it rolls especially well here. No, that's bad. Okay, second action, not enough. It takes all 3 actions to get through a section of the wall of force for it. But now it is gone. So they have both removed a 5-foot section in front of them. Some of the wall of force is still there. And Bea, you are up.
Grab table, throw table,
Okay.
and then move, grab table, and just wait, I guess.
Okay.
That's
Give me
4
the athletics
actions.
roll for the strike with the table. Call it a strike, call it a
She's
roll,
just-
either way. I know you're striding, so that's fine. You don't need to use it for that. Oh, there you go. You still have
Woof.
not beat, I believe Daegron's best was a 49. So you're doing well, but
Oh.
not quite as well, I think. Let me scroll back up and check that, just to know who has bragging rights on table throwing. Yes, Daegron had a 49, was his best.
Daegron must be having something that helps him.
Size. Dezi.
Fair enough.
All the way back around. Okay, well, I shall reload. We will do the cold iron ammunition. And I'm going to cast a needle darts at this thing. Since we learned all the cold iron is good. Yep, and it's within range because that's 60 feet. Just double checking. And yell to Daegron and Vanarel, hold the line. I'll let's get rid of these things so we can investigate and find this holy symbol. But we should try to hit them first, I say with a 33 as I miss.
Yeah, it like manages to slightly collapse itself against the wall and kind of hide behind the bits of the wall of force that are remaining. And it is now Daegron's turn.
All right, so it looks like we've got a little gap in the wall I can go for up there. So he is going to go bounding forward towards this creature. And I remember they were up a little bit last time. These ones is just more cramped into this little hallway back here.
Yes, this one is only 5 feet off the ground with its... Actually, no, it's come all the way down to the ground because it's been using 3 actions per turn to attack the wall, so it has not been spending an action flying. So it is on the ground.
All right. Well, as we get close, he sees the other one next to it. Let's try to see if we can get some crits and some cleaves going. So he'll start with his snagging strike on the closest one. Oh, look at that.
That's a crit. Way to start your session off. 58 points of
Okay.
damage.
11
And-
cleaving into the one next to it.
Okay, let me put that on. And let me do its save. We know the saves seldom can apply, but it's always worth the roll. They could roll a natural 1. Nope, 7s look like 1s, but are not 1s.
All right, and then he'll follow up with a second sweep here for a 40.
That is another hit.
Ooh, a decent damage roll there. 33 more points.
Okay. Vanarel, the battle is on. They have opened a passageway in. The one that you're seeing, I would say, I'm going to give it 1 point of cover from still the ruins of the bookcase that's around it. But it is, just like the other one, you can get up to it.
Okay, would that be this
Yes.
area here? Okay. At least because on the map right now, I think between the darkness and the fact that the map...
I'm going to change
around the
the fact that they've
bookcase.
been destroying things. I'm going to take away some walls.
Okay.
Yes.
There's just also the light level, so I might be... Yeah, there they are. They're sort of
they're outside your vision, but you can tell where they are. I got rid of the walls that was the bookcase that they have smashed their way through.
Okay. All right. In which case, yeah, let's. I know they're there, so I will designate them now both as my hunted prey, and yeah, I will go plug a hole in the wall here, moving up next to this one, and I will utilize a twin takedown flurry on this one. Is this going to force the flat checks on me automatically if I do this?
Probably not. You will have to do the flat check.
Okay.
So DC, this is just low light, so DC 5, I believe.
Yeah.
First
Okay, so
attack,
the first one
you
is-
couldn't tell exactly where they are. It's a little so dark. You just see the shapes moving in the big space, but you swung and you got a gap between tentacles and mouth.
All right. Well, there goes. It's always rapier followed by light hammer, so that's just the other one.
Light hammer makes the flat check.
Will wind up connecting, which means let me get to not the flurry macro. There you go.
And that will hit. 41 against AC.
Okay.
Roll your damage.
Vanarel, you have low light vision.
And I am looking at complete silhouettes here on the map, so that's what I'm going.
I'm going to assume that's
I'm
what's
over
happening.
here.
I'm assuming it's true darkness, so low light does not help there. So, okay.
Yep.
They
So
are up
moving
next.
there. Yeah.
And the first one, and it is going to go for the grab with an improved grab. So this does not count an action. And with a 42 against your Fortitude DC.
Yep, it'll grab me.
You are now
gonna have
grabbed.
a reactive swallow spike strike. As it bites hold and grabs him, it's going to stab out with these spikes.
43, is that an attack roll or is that a reflex DC?
That's the attack roll.
43 will hit.
Low damage roll, 25 points of piercing.
So your own spikes kind of stick into it as its teeth are sticking into you. It then shimmies a little and kind of gulps down, and it's trying to swallow you. But I think because of those spikes, it's just kind of coughing and choking just a little bit. It wasn't able to get you down. It does have one more action, so it will try that one more time, and it will succeed. You are going to be swallowed whole. As you know, you are now grabbed inside of it. You are slowed 1. You have to hold your breath or you will begin suffocating. At the beginning of each turn, as well as the time right now, you take some more damage. You know, it is off guard to you from the inside at least. But that was its turn. The next one up. It sees its buddy has succeeded. It wants to do the exact same thing to Vanarel. Yes. Here comes the attack roll. But it was a little too greedy. It saw the other one getting food and it wanted to eat, and it just wasn't able to hit you too well. It tries a second time. The mouth gaping even wider, coming around, and with a 42 is going to hit you. 32 points of damage. It goes for the grab. Oh, but 32 against your fort DC. I suspect that's going to be a fail.
No, my fort DC is a 38.
Yeah, so it does not get you. And what's it going to do instead? With its
I've
final
been grabbed by one thing already today.
final
Not twice.
with its final action, it is going to just try to bite you again. And with a 39 against AC, it does hit you again, which will give it another chance to try to grab you. That's a free action. And you said a 38, so a 43 gets you grabbed but not swallowed. You did not have the actions for that. Bea, you have seen Daegron disappear into the belly of one of these creatures, and you've seen Vanarel start to become swallowed. What do you do?
I don't really have a lot of good answers for these guys, but I guess I know one thing I can do. I'm going to take 2 actions to move here, 50, and then I'm going to hit this one with just a normally casted Disintegrate. Actually, I might as well go for a Spell Strike. I think it's Spell Strike. So, here's the Storm Flash attack.
And what spell was it? Please make sure. Oh, that's a crit. What spell were you spell striking with?
I said Disintegrate.
You did.
So here's the thing. Here's the critical damage. Not that the thing is going to do much. And here's
We'll take the damage
disintegrate.
first. And let's see. On a critical hit, also do the electrical damage to the one next to it, it sounds like. So let me put that on.
Yep. Full damage.
Okay. And then for the disintegrate, it does get a save, right? That's part of it.
Yes.
Basic
it
fort save.
does a fortitude save.
And I believe there's something if you score a critical hit, it's something that affects its save.
One
also.
result worse, right? That
One
used to
result
be-
for a horse.
I'm reading through this. If you critically hit, the target takes 1 degree success worse. So we had a success, so it gets a fail. So it is taking the full damage you just rolled. So 63 more
Which
points to
wasn't
it.
very good.
You know, probably about a 5-inch long rapier. You stab it into this thing, and you just see this blasted hole open up through the whole thing. You briefly see Daegron maybe waving at you from inside before the hole closes up around it. And it is now Dezi's turn.
You're still in there, Daegron? Don't answer, it's fine. I guess I gotta get him out. I'll line up a shot with my crossbow.
I didn't want to use this disintegrate spell.
Oh,
on this
sorry.
guy.
Didn't, for whatever reason, do the reload, even though I said I did that last time. Okay, did it. That was close.
35 will hit.
Let's hope this is enough. Oh, Del, that looks decent. 33 damage with the 35 to hit. Yay!
Yes, it has died. But remember, Swallow Hole, unlike Engulf, it does not auto-eject Daegron.
Yeah.
Either cutting your way out or other options. But Daegron is still inside, still slowed, still holding breath.
I'm assuming the disintegrate would have taken care of that, but sadly, that's not what killed it. So, okay. Well, I will cast a spell. You're holding in there, okay? Actually, let's just cast needle darts at the one that's directly there. It's got map, but it's worth a shot.
Why is that one showing as grabbed? I think I applied grab to it rather than grab to Vanarel. Yes.
Okay, here we go. Let's see if it does the trick. Oops. 9 out of 5 for a 26.
That misses.
That was my full turn, though.
Daegron, you are slowed 1. You are holding your breath. You are inside a creature. You have felt it stop moving.
Yeah, okay, so he's gonna try to wriggle his way out here. Athletics to get out looks
Sure.
like probably my best. Oh, not when we roll a nat 1.
No, yeah, you fail to get out. You try to
that a
climb your
hero?
way out of the mouth of this thing, and your hands are slipping on the acid and on the teeth, and maybe you realize you're going the wrong way for a second. You have to turn around. You have 1 action left.
Okay.
Also,
and
you take some
then
damage at the start of your turn still.
Yep.
We roll that for you. 40 points.
Okay, and then it's technically an attack to escape, so
Yes.
this will be at 5 lower.
5
37.
lower, but a much better roll. That does get you out. In which
Comes
case,
out
I will
just coughing and kind of sputtering.
I'm just going to hide
Part of
him.
this
I'm going to
thing's
say maybe
missing.
you are where you are rather than coming out somewhere else. So that square is fine. I've removed the corpse. You do see it bubbling and
That's
hissing on the floor. And you do feel your own skin starting to blister just a little bit more than you can explain from the acid.
He's actually perfectly fine from the acid rate. Or I shouldn't say perfectly fine. Actually, I think it would be. He has acid resistance 15 on it.
Yeah, even more reason why the blistering doesn't make sense. But you have heard these things kind of mutate the things they eat, and you feel something was about to start happening to you.
Oh, that's a little terrifying.
That was your turn. 2 actions to get free. You are no longer slowed. Let's make sure we have all the... move this corpse away. You can check all your statuses. You are not swallowed, and that all looks fine. You probably are prone. You probably had to crawl your way out of there, so let me put that on you. Okay, but you are out. Vanarel, you've seen Daegron come crawling out the mouth of one of these things, looking a little worse for wear. You are grabbed by one at the moment. That giant mouth is kind of clamped around your head.
Yeah, it sure is, and I don't want to follow suit. So I am also going to try and escape. Let's see. Escaping doesn't require anything like a free hand or anything, I don't think.
No. You can do
Okay.
athletics, acrobatics, or an unarmed attack. So if you don't have a free hand with your weapon, you couldn't do the unarmed attack option.
Yeah, just making sure. Okay, good. Flexing and panicking is still an available option. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can get out of this thing. 42.
42 is enough. You are no longer grabbed. That was your first action?
Yep. All right. And now that I'm limbered up here with everything being fully unrestricted, I am going to flurry into this thing, taking off as many tentacles and teeth and maybe a wing, if at all possible. It does have map on it, but I'll deal with that.
That looks like a double hit. Both the rapier and the hammer smash into this creature for a combined 48 points of damage.
Okay. That worked out fairly well. Let's try to give this thing one last little message to think about. I'm going to thrust back in with the rapier. I'll make this a second sting just in case it happens to not go fully my way. With a 17 on the die, I think it does.
That hits.
One more poke for good measure. Have 24 more.
Okay, that was your 3. It is up next. You see it looking around the room, trying to assess who looks the tastiest, It seems to dismiss Bea as being too small to be interesting. It's already had Vanarel once, so maybe it will keep trying. Now, maybe it's a picky eater. Maybe Daegron looks better. He's on the floor. It's a little easier to hit. I think he is going to try to go hit Daegron now. The jaws come down toward Daegron, and with a natural 20 is going to bite you.
Oh no, not again.
80 points of damage.
Ouch.
It goes for the bite, the improved grab, I mean. And with a 46 is going to grab you. I think that's going to spark your spikes again, unless those are once per combat.
I'm holding it to once I'm inside, they can actually rupture.
It just got the crit, and it just grabbed Daegron. Let me get the grab on you. It has 2 actions left. So action number 1 is what you expect it to be. It is going to try to swallow you whole. And you are back inside this creature. Critical success has no difference. At least you did get to refresh your breaths of rounds of air.
I will, as I get swallowed, that's a trigger for his reaction. He'll activate the swallow spike then.
Okay.
So this is do better. Ooh. So double this here.
Double that. Okay. That does exceed the rupture DC. Does that mean you get out immediately, or how does that work with your spikes?
I would think so. It's
okay. Yeah. So you burst back out from it. You are now outside the creature. You've done a round trip through this creature very quickly, and in a better version of a round trip than it could have been.
I think it would probably take whatever if it has physical resistance, but that should still put me over whatever that value was.
Oh yeah, that was well over its value. It has 1 action left. It seems very confused about where Daegron is now. It was going to run away with you inside of it and try to get away from the party and just digest you in peace. But, oh, well, that didn't feel good. It's going to try to bite Vanarel then. It's no good options here. Wherever it bites just is painful. But with a 38 on a full map attack, it will hit again.
Yep.
And do some more damage to Vanarel. And it goes for its grab here. And it will grab you again. Actually, a 48, you said 38, so you are restrained. It got a crit on this.
Yes. Yep.
It has no actions remaining to try to swallow you. Bea, you've seen Daegron go inside and outside these creatures twice now.
Yeah, with a swipe of her sword with her hand, she recharges her spell strike, flies across this creature to get into a flank, and then she's going to go for a spell strike ignition. Actually, no, spell strike live wire, storm flash. That's
And
damage. Okay,
a
here's
37 to
the
hit.
live wire.
19 damage. As you know, the physical damage is not going through all that reliably, but the elemental damage has been, and the live wire, you know, that's also not going to be as effective as you wished it would because of the physical aspect of it.
Yeah.
Only a little bit got through. You got 13 points through between that on that turn. Dezi.
Dezi's pretty concerned for Daegron's well-being, so they're going to move up right here. So they have a bit of a wall between them, but everybody's reasonably close. And they'll use their Accolades robes to pull out a Scroll of Heal and cast it. Sorry, on Daegron, if that wasn't obvious.
Yeah, that was
but
obvious.
yes.
No, on the creature.
I want to see it happen.
I mean, I
again.
said I was concerned about your well-being, right? I
Yeah.
have 82 back.
Thank you.
Almost as much as the crit
That was
did, I
my fault,
believe.
though.
Daegron, you are prone on the ground next to the creature whose insides you have just seen.
Right, first action, he's gonna stand up.
Oh, I
He kind of
think-
stands up. Six.
I think we lost our
sorry.
Aeon Stone at the same time. I think we both clicked prone removal,
no
so
worries.
you can fix that.
Yep, I'll take care of it after this. So as he stands up, he just stands. He wouldn't have cover to me, correct?
No, I will take that off. That was only for people
Okay.
attacking through the bookcase.
And with a roar, stop swallowing me! He's gonna try to cut this one down. Let's see here. Snagging strike on this for 27 points, and then the quick second strike on him here with the axe at reverse. Ooh.
Will
Oh,
crit.
yeah, we got a 19. I love this keening weapon. This is something. 68 points more.
And that one drops and begins decomposing like all the other ones. We are out. Combat.
Take a break here. I know there's somebody behind that door, but you could actually, Vanarel, can you heal yourself, or let me slap another heal on you. Wait, where are you going, Bea?
First she gets out of the ground, but she's looking around, seeing what's back here.
Okay, well, don't get into any trouble.
I mean,
Okay,
you heard some
looks
loud
like just-
noises from the door to the west. They seem to have gone silent.
Okay, well, I do have one thing I've never seen Libby use? I have a ring that can make a fireball trap if we want to trap the door.
Well, not if we might wind up needing to go through it.
That's for you, Daegron.
That's why I'm asking
Daegron.
if we want to do it.
I mean, I think it's blocked well enough. We might need, for all we know, the symbol could be behind it, and I'd rather not have to, unless you can get it off easily.
Yeah, I could probably lift the entire barricade. Why?
No, I mean the fireball trap.
Oh, no.
Yes, in case we have to, well, we will probably have to go through that door. We may want to save the trap for a way we know we don't have to go after this.
Okay. Which door do you want to go for first?
Is everyone feeling healthy enough? I don't know.
I didn't take any damage. I'm good.
Okay, well, that's cool and all, but Daegron was bleeding out there pretty badly. How are you doing, Vanarel?
I can deal if we don't want to
Okay.
wait and find out what's on the other side of that door and several
Sure.
tables.
Did we want to try
Well-
going east then?
I could probably use those stone benches now that I have time to just lift them and walk them over.
I mean, we should probably look and figure out if the thing we're looking for is in this room.
Take a quick look. Me and Bea will make sure there's something a little sturdier here. And,
That sounds good.
Daegron will help haul some of these benches over.
I'll do
These-
some poking around to see. if
I'm
we
gonna
can
grab
find
one of
anything
these
interesting.
things.
Yeah, give me, while you're over there, give me a perception check. I can send one to check for
Okay.
you. There you
There we go.
Yeah, you were looking around these three shrines. All three of these look like they're covered in mold, but it looks like they had something related to Callistrian research, or not research, worship. But it looks like the iconography has been worn off, not destroyed, but just not really well maintained. And
Oh.
while looking around the western one here, though, you did find what looks like a secret panel that you could open, and you see a head wrap of some kind inside.
I'll do a quick
Dezi.
identify. Yeah, I'm on it.
Send it to chat.
Ain't
For
no
you.
rest for the identifiers.
So you're
you
spending.
love it.
You have quick identify. Is that at your level
yeah,
now? Is
it's,
that is that
I
18
think a
seconds?
single action.
Or is it
No,
one or
it's-
three?
it's-
Are you legendary?
I think it's one action. I mean, either
Okay.
way, it's
Yeah.
at most 6 seconds. But yeah.
Yes, you have identified this. And I think you're going to be glad that you didn't run off past here. This is the first Apex item of the campaign. This is a head wrap of wisdom. Apex items are kind of if you're used to the old belts of giant strength from all kinds of other editions of D&D type games, this is one of the few items that can boost your underlying stats. And in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, they are quite rare. This is about the first time level 17 that you start finding them or being able to buy them. But this
wow.
is a booster
Yeah.
for wisdom.
All right,
Do you
so-
all mind if I keep this or?
Who's got the worst wisdom first?
I could be a wise fighter, you know.
Because yes,
Because
it
I mean,
either
this affects my spell save DCs.
because it
which
either
is
increases
somewhat
your
relevant
wisdom
here.
by 1 or increases it up to a +4 if you are below a +4 modifier.
Is anyone
No, I
below
don't do that.
14?
What? I have a +2 or mod.
Okay.
But no, I mean, if this affects your spells, Dezi.
Yeah.
I'm okay with
mean-
it going to Dezi. Besides the secondary reclaim your mind, having that on the healer sounds like a good idea.
You don't want a stupefied healer? Okay, I'll keep it for now. I mean, we can always swap it later. Well, I see that, but it's a really good item. You know, we can make further decisions later.
The
I
other
will
two
spend,
shrines,
I think it's a minute to invest. I don't remember.
something
3
along those
actions
lines.
either
Yeah,
way.
you'll spend some time investing it. You'll have it active. You spend a little bit more time. Now that you saw this one, you check the other two kind of plinths here. None of them seem to have a secret panel in them. You can tell this one, as you maybe search a little cleaner, you can tell that this one did seem to have a tie to vengeance.
I'm assuming it's been about a minute, so
Sure.
Vanarel, just to take off that potion, the numbing tongue.
Oh, right.
I'm going to leave the shrines alone if they're to clear. Well, okay. So yeah, I'm gonna stack some more benches into the pile here.
Sure. Yeah,
She can probably
put
carry
s-
them all at once because of her insane bulk.
Yeah,
that
so,
she
like
hasn't
Bea's
used.
making a nest over here, it seems, or something against this wall with all these benches and piled up, and it's a great barricade. You can tell it's going to be
It's
hard to get through this, either for you to go through or for anyone else to come back.
It's called a hive, I believe.
Yeah.
Not a nest. I mean,
So we'll go
Uh,
through the other one first. Yes.
yeah. Is there anything on this end of the room that's interesting?
That end of room,
or-
that end has been more smashed and destroyed. You can tell this used to be a library or maybe another scriptorium where they were copying religious texts, but nothing remains of interest. It does seem like the texts were more targeted than the bookcases themselves.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going east.
Alrighty.
And so, as mentioned, this side was barricaded. There are planks of wood piled against it. You do, as you're getting closer now, you see that there's scraps of metal kind of stabbed through it as very bad but still strong nails. You think it would take a fair bit of time to dismantle it, or you could try to brute force it with some athletics checks.
I'm gonna brute force it with athletics. You want to help take Daegron?
Yeah, Daegron pulls, he doesn't use it super often anymore, but he pulls the crowbar out of his backpack.
I'm gonna do an aid Daegron.
So actually, for once, no penalty on a force open check. People always forget the crowbar. With the aid, it's going to be a double critical, effectively. Yeah.
That's the wrong skill, but
it's still okay. Yep. So you have removed the lock for the barricade. You can open the door however you wish.
Okay, yeah, after he puts his weight into and pops that off with the crowbar, he's going to step forward and he looks back, ready to go.
Yeah, let's do it.
All set.
Okay, I'll throw that open.
You see a set of stairs descending further down. These stairs don't show any sign of rubble. It looks like whatever destruction was happening in the undercroft has not reached this location. And there's another door at the bottom of the stairs.
He's going to just do a quick listen at it, see if he hears anything.
Give me a perception check. You don't hear anything through there. Maybe the faintest hint of wind or a breeze? It's eerily silent, especially after the loud noises of the previous room and the yells or belches coming from behind. This place seems, you might even say, deathly silent.
Ooh, okay. He's going to give a nod to everyone else, and he'll go to try to open this one net.
Let me pause you right there. You see what looks like 4 corpses, zombies, ghouls. They don't have the bluish tinge that you're used to seeing on a ghoul, but they seem to have the spark of intelligence that you're not used to seeing in a zombie. Something about them still seems eerily corporeal. You still see open wounds. They're not bleeding. They're wielding short swords and daggers with some alchemical supplies, it looks like, on their gear. And something about them seems a little familiar to you all. You're not sure what it is. And we will be rolling into initiative. Of course we will.
Yay.
Let me give you a little bit more flavor for the room in case it matters for how you engage here. The floor of this pillar-lined chamber is thick with dust. Crumbled rubble lies in the corners of the room, including a collapsed double door to the east. To the north and south, 10-foot-wide halls extend. Regular alcoves with shelves containing old urns adorn each one. Let me get rid of that. And we are unpaused. And Daegron, you are up first. You open the door. You see all kinds of things ahead of you. And what do you do?
All right, as he pushes the door open, he sees these creatures and immediately starts pushing forward. I think he's going to step into the room a bit more, just to give everyone room to get in. And as he kind of comes around this pillar, he's going to do a snagging strike at the creature close to him, trying to get it off balance here for 27 points of damage.
Almost applied it to you. That would have been a mistake. It took a little extra.
Okay, and then he'll follow it up with a quick second strike as he's kind of watching around him as I'm assuming the others start moving also. Ooh, bad roll. Maybe he gets didn't see one of them back there in the hallway, and he's out in the middle now. Goes wide with that swing, but that'll be all 3 as he gets up here.
One of them is up next. It's one of the ones... Oh, first though, you ended your turn close to them. And I will need a save from you.
Not a great one.
That is a failure.
I got 2. I'll use one here.
That changes it to a success. You can tell just as its eyes look upon you, you can tell whatever killed this thing, it has been in pain for centuries and aeons, and something about that pain was coming through to you. But you are unaffected. And unlike other... Yep, this one will have to be every round, so he's not one that you'll have to... You don't become immune after a save here. Okay, but now one of the ones who has to stand up, who is in the far room, so it stands up off of its beer on the ground and is going to start moving towards you. What's its speed? You notice it's flying along the ground. It is not walking, and it spends 2 actions moving to get right next to you, Vanarel. Sorry, Daegron. Another one close by. This one just off the map here. It's, I'll show it that way. I'm not showing Daegron's, we're not showing whoever that was clicked on. This one is going to start off by just screaming. Very, very loud. And that is going to only affect Daegron. We will need another will save. And with a critical success, you are not affected by that pain shrieked. And you felt it trying to just unnerve you to horrible degrees. And it will then just move up right next to you. It would have moved in a way that wasn't going through a threatened square.
Yep.
Another one is up next, and you don't see this one. Dezi, it is your turn. And there's what you see 4 of them.
I see 3 of them currently.
There should be one further down the hallway, I think.
Oh, yeah,
At least
I
when
see
I
that
click on
one,
your
too.
vision, I see it. Yeah.
Yep, I do see that. Okay, no, yeah, I think we don't want to deal with these things. Dezi sees an opportunity to... Well, no, actually, I'm going to move forward. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of them. I see them all. I think we'll stop here. I would like to know what these are, so I'm going to recall knowledge.
Okay, religion is the appropriate role here.
Go.
These are something called the Tormented. You know, this is a very rare type of undead that typically arises from those who were tortured to death or had some other similar horrible kind of pain-filled fate. In particular, you're looking at these and you can tell they all starved to death in this place. And about them, you would know, I think the thing you would care the most about is they have a regeneration that is deactivated by cold.
Hit him with cold damage if you can.
Which Daegron's been doing,
He's
so...
very good at this. Last action will be to... we're going to life boost my good friend Daegron over there since they are taking the lead in tanking. Here, get some healing.
Okay. And then we will need the will save from you for being within their auras.
There you go, and will save, I see it.
And with a natural 2, that is still a
Natural
critical
2
success for you. Okay, that was your turn. One of them is up next. This one, I think it's going to move right in next to Daegron, and it is going to try to just reach out and touch you. The hand reaches out. It still has that dagger in the hand, but it's more like it's trying to touch you with the hand. It does feel more magical or almost ghostly despite being a physical form here, as it reaches out slowly, ominously. That completely misses you. And do you have a response to that critical miss?
Yep, he quick spins towards it and strikes out as he kind of like backs off and manages to get out of the way of it reaching out towards him.
It has 1 action left. It's nervous about trying that again, but it's going to go for it. The other dagger, almost like Vanarel's 1-2 punch, comes at you, but this one misses as well. One of them off the map are moving. One of them close by. It's going to come to here, and that would have moved through a threatened square. I think you have another reaction still. Daegron?
I have a tactical reflex for a opportunity attack here.
That will hit it, as it flew through its allies to get closer.
Spread this cold damage around.
Yep, so 3 of them have their regeneration turned off. I will need to track that. But now this one is going to do that scream again. And now everyone is in range of this one, so I need everyone to give me this roll. Well, Daegron's unaffected with a natural 20 there. Bea has a failure. Vanarel has a success. Dezi has a critical success. Bea is re-rolling and gets to a critical success. So we only see Vanarel with a non-critical success. And you are going to take half of some mental damage as you feel the desire for food, to please not starve. And you take 23 points of mental damage from these intense pleadings. That one does not regenerate. Let me turn that off. This is the one to the north of Vanarel, who has a flank with Vanarel Daegron, and I think is going to try to also hit you. They have you surrounded, and with a 45, I didn't have you targeted. That is going to be a hit. Like the dagger seems like it went right through you, but the hand, that felt like it sapped something from you, and you more mentally, not like void damage, but it's all mental damage, and it's left you with some doubts and hunger, and you're taking persistent mental damage. It will try to scream then as well. Why not? And for that aura, that Bea is out of that one. We will need a new save from everyone else. Oops, I did not mean to share that. Let me hide the full details. I meant to just send the save. There you go. Daegron and Vanarel have regular successes. Dezi has a critical success. So you're taking half damage. Vanarel and you are feeling hungrier and hungrier. That was its turn. Another one from the faraway side needs to stand up, and it's going to spend 2 actions just mobbing around Daegron. Vanarel, you're up. You've seen, looks like 6 of these creatures come storming into the room, and everywhere around them you just feel intense hunger.
Yeah, these things are screaming into my mind and my gut. All right, well, there's still a lot of shadows in and around this general area, but I can see a lot of them that are along Daegron's like southern flank. So I'm going to choose these first 2 that are sort of in line with me and closest. I'm going to designate them as my hunted prey going, and then I'm just going to lunge in past the doorway here, past Dezi, and quickly come down on this first one with the rapier and the hammer. Get my patented 1-2 punch. I don't know which one of these zombies is trying to take my signature style, but I'll get to them in a second. With a critical and a regular hit, have 81 points of damage.
And let's see, the brilliant rune it needs to make a save from, and the critical spec, it is off guard. It does succeed against being blinded, and it is off guard.
That was my 3.
You ended your turn inside its aura, so I will need a save. Oops. I'm about to send it to you.
Roll up to find that.
Nope,
Okay.
I'm trying to send it to you. Why is it doing the wrong thing? There it goes. And you are also fine. Okay, Bea.
All right. Well, I'm going to move in so I can hit. And then with a spell strike, I'm going to cast Massacre in a line going all through these 3 guys.
Okay.
I mean,
Oh.
these are undead. That won't work. Oh, wait.
Alright.
Yeah, void damage doesn't work on undead.
It doesn't. Oh. I've never hit things with void before.
Yeah, so...
I mean, I feel like you would know that as
yeah,
a caster.
as a high-level character, you would know undead tend, not always, there's a chance, but you would know typically they are immune to void. You also know most undead are
Alright.
also immune to death effects, so that has 2 reasons why
My
Massacre is probably not going to work. You're switching instead to
Secondary
weapon.
weapon storm.
So 30-foot cone or a 10-foot emanation. I assume you're doing the cone. And the cone...
And
so you
I will-
you can do the southern-facing cone to hit the 3 of them, or you could hit
Yeah.
the straight-out cone that would hit 5 of them, but would include Daegron.
Sorry, Daegron, but I would rather hit 5 of them.
And I think you might... Yeah, okay, so go ahead and roll the attack roll.
And oh wait, can't I do this? Like this?
It's
All of
gonna
them?
hit all of them. Yep, I wasn't even thinking about that, but that will work. Yeah, still includes Daegron. Kind of hard not to. He's right in the middle there. A 35 to hit will hit.
Okay, I will just take the hit.
Mostly hits because Vanarel made it off guard with his crit before.
Yes, so damage.
And let me get all of them selected to roll their saves. So you stab with your weapon, and as you stab, your weapon clones itself into hundreds of copies, and tiny rapiers fill this space, stabbing into everything. Almost as if you were in the middle of a swarm of hornets or wasps here. And let's see.
Yeah.
So,
The
Daegron...
first, the sword damage, and the second is the damage for the...
Yes, thank you. Okay, so let me apply... I thought I already applied the damage, but I'm not seeing it, so I'll apply it again. Make sure I've only
Alright, Dave.
unselected everyone. The damage roll... So you said there's the 2 damage rolls there. Oh, I see.
It's not... You don't do weapon damage. You do...
4 dice of damage.
If you hit the
Hold on.
Yeah.
under weapon storm, yes, so it does 4 dice of damage, same type as the weapon, same dice size. So just do /4d6, I believe. Yes.
Okay. I would really wish they'd make these things a little bit
So 14 points to everyone.
average.
And let's see. So we have, of them, if I go through them one at a time, that one... So which one's saved? We have the first one saved and that one saved. Those 2 are taking half, and all the rest are taking full. Swarm of bees has stabbed out at many, many creatures here indiscriminately, doing more damage to the enemies than allies, but a little bit of all around there. I forgot to have Bea give me the end of round save against their gaze. So here we go. Please give me your save, Bea. That
Oh,
is
no.
a failure, you know.
I don't like failing saves.
And you critically
Well-
succeed this time. So you do not fail. And then, before we start round 2, I do want just a flat check from all of the players, please. You can roll a d20 from the dice roller.
Wow.
So Dezi,
We have rolls.
Dezi remembers a little bit. One of the rumors you heard about back in town, this was before you came out to the tower here about how long time ago there was a group that left to try to raid this place to recover some of the lost artifacts and elven riches of this Callistrian temple. And you suspect these probably were members of that group that was led by Sisyphix. But these are probably deceased elves from centuries ago who were here to recover treasures. And Daegron, it is now your turn.
Okay, I think just because he's getting surrounded here, he wants to at least make most of a move for it. He's going to take a step back to get in line with Bea, and then he's going to concentrate and try to take down the one everyone else has been beating on here directly to the south.
And another crit.
Okay, 60 points, and then 14 cleaving into the one to the right.
Okay, that's been applied.
Then he follows up with a second strike, see if he can finish it off here. Ooh, no, low roll again on the second.
Okay, so that was step, strike, strike. It is still up. You've ended your turn inside their auras. Give me a save against their hunger-filled gaze. Maybe we'll figure out what this does someday. No, and you're fine. You're in the
Not
face of their
this day.
pleading. Okay, this one was not hit by cold, so it does regenerate. And it moved up and screamed last time, so it cannot scream again. It's gonna just step in, as Daegron wanted it to, and reaches out to try to touch you with a critical miss.
Well, you know what that means.
Yeah, I do. That's why I was waiting.
Okay, on the one directly in front here.
And you will crit it.
I'm going to actually cleave into the one I was previously hitting to. So that was going to be low roll, 9 points.
Yeah.
Physical on this one.
Okay, so nine points cleaved over. It's not happy about that, but it still tries to hit you again. It seems confused that it almost killed its ally with its attack there, but it does try to touch you a second time. And it will crit you, I think. Yes, it does crit. Natural 20, and it was enough.
Oh, yeah.
The feelings of hunger intensify, and it's taking your mental effort to just avoid looking for food. That was its turn. This one is going to... They have seen you. They have seen you take AOO, so he's going to step and strike you once. They seem to have at least enough intelligence to respond to the fact that they've seen the reactive strikes. But with a natural 2, he's also going to critically miss, I assume, but I don't think you get 2 of those per round.
No, I just have one open reaction and one that's tied to my reactive strike.
Okay. You see another one appear at the end of the hallway, up from the south, but it needs to spend the whole turn getting up close to you all. Dezi, I think I made that one invisible still. There's the one that just appeared.
There's getting to be too many things for my liking here. So we are going to cast a Wall of Force. I'm going to have it extend up from this corner to here, and then across the back wall to here, basically. So blocking
just
off
check.
those
You can
three.
this one is shapeable. I know some of them are, some of them aren't. I think this one is not shapeable, not like the Wall of Stone.
What? Why do you must
trying-
create the wall in an unbroken open space so edges don't pass through any creatures or objects?
Let me
Oh, you're
double.
saying it has to be a straight line?
I believe so. Let me double check how Wall of Stone is
Okay.
written, because that one is different. I think that's the one that allows like making stairs out of it. I don't think this one can be bent.
Okay.
Let me just
in
double
that
check.
case,
Oops. No, I did not want that. Yes, Wall of Stone explicitly says you can shape the wall's path, placing each 5-foot section individually.
okay, sorry.
So Wall of
Then
Wall
I
of
will
Force
do
is a
something
straight
else.
line. What was that you
I'll
wanted
do
to do?
something else then.
Okay.
I'll do something. I'm not. Actually, you know what? We're all looking pretty bad. I'm gonna cast a 3-action heal. Everybody's within range, so that seems like a good idea here.
Okay. 3-action heal. They will all need to make saves. Off to a good start with a critical success for the first one, and then a lot more. Then 2 critical fails, a fail, 2 successes, and a fail. Okay, and you've rolled the damage? No, now you have.
Oh, that's awful.
I'm going to do the 2 crit fails first, which are
Okay.
nice they're side by side. That makes it easy. Those 2 are taking double. And then let's see, what else do we got? We got, so the crit success, we don't, that was the one that's almost dead. Crit succeeded. Let's see the failures. I see 1,
Wow, that's
2. Those 2 take full. And
why it's
then
not. Okay.
the successes are these 2, half. Okay. They
Everyone should heal that too. I clicked damage on dead rather than.
That's
than the
fine,
3,
yep.
Actually, I don't know.
So waves of holy energy wash over the room. You see a lot of them recoil in pain while their gazes remain fixed on you. They look hungered, but they don't look like they are trying to eat you. It does not look like they have become carnivorous like zombies or ghouls, but they are just maddeningly hungry. And Dezi, your turn is over. One of them is up. That one has taken cold damage. Let me undo that healing. And that one has screamed. So that one is just going to try again to touch Daegron. That's really what they do at this point. But with a critical miss, but no chance for you to recover that yet. And it just keeps trying. Miss, and another critical miss. But that one has no success getting through your strong defenses. We have one more who you can't see, but are about to be able to see. It has 10 feet left of movement. We'll move to there. Not through a threatened square. Oh, I make him visible. Sorry. I did not have him visible. Sorry, there he is. So this one here just showed up, coming down from this long hallway to the east. Okay, the one who is near death. That one also moved in here and already screamed last turn. And he's going to keep picking on Daegron since he has you flanked. Missed by one. Tries again. Missed by a lot. Critical miss, but you can't capitalize on it. They're leaving themselves open, but you're just a little too busy to take advantage of that. That one's missed and missed. Wait, did I just do that one? Which one did I do? Oh, I did this one already. I already did his turn. And take off that healing, because he is definitely taking damage from Daegron.
Looks like I need you to do the one to the south. Was the previous one?
Yes. So it would have been attacking Vanarel instead of Daegron. It actually didn't have any attacks because it had to triple move to get there. So I've just jumped over 2. I must not have advanced the initiative. We're now at this northern one here. That's the one to the 1 o'clock position around the half circle surrounding Daegron. And it is going to try to reach out and pass its ghostly daggers through you. And with a 43, it will get the number it needs. I think you probably have 5 or 6 copies of the persistent damage on you. At the end of your turn, we'll check that only the biggest one applies. That's all that should happen.
Yeah, there's one crit one.
Yeah, there's a 46 and maybe one or two 2d6 ones. And it misses with all the rest of its attacks. You can tell these seem to have been trained. You think these were trained similar to Daegron. These all seem to be kind of flurry-esque rangers or rogues, but without the ability to do the true flurry that you're used to. This one, he has seen you do the nasty thing, so he's going to walk around, and then he's going to scream from here. This one has not screamed, so we will need the saves from, it looks like it's saying Dezi's outside of this because of the way the aura expands. I'm going to say Dezi's inside. I still want to save from everyone. You can hear the scream around that corner very easily. You hear it, but you're not affected by it. Daegron and Vanarel, you both have regular successes. I'm rolling some damage. You are taking half of this. 20 points to each of you. That was its turn. Vanarel, you have seen just this horde of undead surrounding you, marching towards you and surrounding Daegron.
Yeah, okay, we get it. You're hungry. I'm going to try and solve one of them. This one who's directly in front of me, still one of my hunted prey. It's actually both these two guys in this little line here. They haven't moved. I'll be keeping a careful track of that, considering how many of these things there are. But I'm going to use a twin takedown flurry. I guess I'll give knowing what these things are, I'll give a little sigh of acknowledgement and respect. I mean, they were in here trying to rob the place, but I see a little bit of undead Vanarel in them. I like their style. Still gonna have to put him down though. Only one of those is gonna connect, but
with a miss and a hit, you do hit, and that will finish off one of them. And I don't believe that one's cold was off this round yet, so he is not dead.
I think oh no, he hasn't been hit since his turn started?
That's correct.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
He
it's
didn't get the
regeneration. Okay.
Yep, I told you they had that. That was the recall knowledge you had, so you know they have it.
Yeah.
So that one has been knocked out, but it is not permanently removed.
Down but not out. Okay, well, down for now is a good start. Hopefully someone can deal with that. I don't have that kind of fancy stuff on either of these particular weapons. Knowing that it's not down completely, I'm not going to move into the same square where Bea is with it. I feel like that's probably a recipe for disaster. So instead, I will redesignate my hunted rays here. I'm going to choose the one to the southeast of where I am, and keep a beat on the same one I had before, just to keep two of them, because just in case this guy tries to do something funny, I can get a drop on him. And then for my third action, I am going to just give a quick shout over to Daegron. Just hit them in those spots where there's still meat. Don't go for the wounds. And I'm going to pass on the Warden's Boon to Daegron. So making his map 0, -2, -4.
And is that only when attacking your hunted prey targets?
Let me pop that back out and
I think every time you've used it before, it's been against a single target, so we didn't have to worry about this. But I wanted to check here.
That is, where did it go? Well, if I can't find it, we'll never know. Here we go. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, benefits listed in hunters because your map reduction only applies to your hunted prey, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So
correct.
This is against the two you have, which are this one and this one.
So to your southeast, Daegron, and then to my southeast. But feel free to hit whoever you want, honestly.
This and this. Yeah.
Bea, you are up next. The one that you were attacking has been dropped. You almost feel it sucking in the sense of hunger and starvation and into itself to reform.
I don't know if this is going to work, but I'm going to pitch it by you. I'm going to pull my wand of Howling Blizzard off my quick retrieval belt thing and use it to cast Howling Blizzard.
And while you do that, Vanarel, can you give me the save? I forgot. End of your turn?
Oh, yeah, sure.
I tried to roll for you and that didn't work. I'm not going to make you take the natural one that I rolled by accident when I'm trying to send that to chat. That would be unfair. Your success. Okay, so yeah, you're pulling out the wand and you're trying to do all of that. Okay, yeah, I buy that.
And I'm going to use this to activate Arcane Cascade.
Yes, that will work.
To give myself cold damage. Okay.
That will work, yeah. So I need to roll. Saves. Looks like you're hitting 4 of them.
So she's going to take a piece of this blizzard that came out of this wand and throw it into her sword.
Okay, we have 3 successes and 1 fail. Yes. Let me see which one was this one was the fail. That one takes full. And the other 3.
Also, I have so everyone around me does cold damage too.
I will hide the actual dead one. Oops, I had too many. Multi-select for the fail.
He can go if he wants. It's okay. We'll let him.
Yeah, they all can vanish. It's
there we
fine.
go. Okay. Let me check. Is there a reason why we ever need to look at them later? No, they have no inventory, so I can just move them out of the way when they die. Okay. Yes, so I think if you put the resounding cascade on yourself, I think everyone else in your aura is getting it automatically.
Yes.
So I don't think we have to track that. Yes, I see it on other people. So the cold damage on everyone, great job. I'm going to even give you a hero point for that one.
Yay.
There we go. That's the second hour's hero point. I think the first one I already gave to Daegron for dealing with the double swallow. I don't think I announced that one on stream, but I did award it. And this one for good use of a spell to help deal with the problem here. And the end of the round, though, you need to give me the save against their gaze, which is right here. No one's finding out what their gaze does. Top of the round.
I would rather never know.
Daegron, you are up.
All right. So the one to the southeast is hunted prey that I'm going to get a bonus. So what I'll do is I'll start on the one directly to my east then, so that I can make use of the agile with my sweep. Okay, so as he's here, he's going to, why not? We'll do a snagging strike on the one directly to his east.
You have crit.
So that was a crit, and that is 13 points of physical sweeping down.
To the one that is the hunted prey target?
Yep.
Okay,
and then I'm going to strike the one to the southeast, the hunted prey target here. This is going to be, sorry, Vanarel, what is the second map for a non-agile? Is it -3?
Minus. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. My agiles are different. Let me get that. It is. There we go. It is -3.
Okay. So let me just. I'll add a +2 to equal that out. Okay. So with the sweep and that, I am pretty much back at my regular bonus. I'm 1 lower. So we'll strike the one to the southeast.
We'll hit 37 against AC for 31 points of damage. And you've seen they've all been taking... Whoops. Why did Bea get hurt by that?
Yeah. I was trying to click on something to read some descriptions, and...
Bea stepped into the path of Daegron's swing. No. Okay. And you have noticed, of course, not only is the cold stopping their regeneration, they are taking more damage from the cold as well.
Okay. And then again on the southeast here, so instead of a -10, it is
-6.
6. Okay, and
Yes.
I just take the straight -6 because I'm not sweeping this time.
That is another hit. 40 against AC.
I'm at 32 points.
And you have destroyed another one of them.
And that's all 3
Just
from
in
him.
time for all of them to get to go. That one has taken damage. Let me apply the damage back to him that the regen should not have helped with. Actually, I can hit I should be hitting the undo in the future. And let's see, you took your 20 points of damage. You only did 1. Foundry's doing the right thing there. Just wanted to double check that. Let's see, this one. What is the regeneration on this? Did you crit this one this turn, Daegron? I think you did. It screams in
this one right
response
here.
to that. Yes, and we will need
no.
the saves from everyone. Not in response as a reaction, as in it recharges its scream when it's crit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, jeez.
I'm not taking a failure. Thank you. No.
Oh no! Well, I did say I can't make it worse. So it was it originally a fail or a crit fail? It was originally a fail.
Just a fail.
So you still have the fail. Vanarel has a success, so Vanarel's taking half, and Bea is going to see what happens on failures here. First the damage. So Bea takes the full, Vanarel takes half, and Bea is now attracting more things, is now sickened 1. As your hunger pains are just taking over, you're wanting to gnaw on something, the stomach is churning and gripping you. You just want to eat so badly, but it's making you feel sick to your stomach as a result. It then has 1 action left, and it's going to try to reach out and touch Daegron. And it scores a hit with a 46 against AC, keeping the pressure up on Daegron. Daegron's looking in bad shape. That one was not hit this round, so it does get its AC back, or its HP back, and it's going to do the same thing. It's going to try to 3 attacks on Daegron. 1, that's going to hit. This might drop Daegron. Actually, no, you still have a fair number, I think. 8
I've
more
got
points.
An okay amount. Yep.
Tries a second one. Critical miss. Are you lashing
let's
out?
Hit him back. We won't know if we'll get another chance, so we'll go for it right here.
That's a crit. That does recharge its scream. Luckily, it's already taken 2 actions this round.
62, and I'm going to cleave into the one to my east because they're adjacent.
Okay, how much damage from the cleave?
That is another 11.
Okay, thank you. And let's see. It has 1 action left to swing at you a 3rd time. Looks like it wants to scream, but can't. Oh, high roll. Full map, still a miss.
Ooh.
Okay. One more
We just got
before Dezi gets a chance to go. They can hit Bea from where they are. So let's see. But you're almost dead.
It thinks that everyone's got it under control. Don't worry about it.
Let's see. Given its intelligence and its personality here, because Bea is sickened, they're going for Bea.
I mean, you could have just killed off Daegron. It's fine. Spread it around a little.
Your hunger pains are attracting it. It sees a kinship in that it wants to destroy. I think it thinks its way of destroying its own hunger is by destroying you. But it lashes out 3 times and misses.
Yeah.
Dezi thinks you're fine. I'm actually gonna load up my crossbow.
Okay. And then what?
How does one reload a crossbow?
You've done it before. What?
It's weird because...
Are you out of ammunition?
Oh, no, here we go. Sorry, I was in the wrong screen. I'm gonna load it up with my lesser cold elemental ammunition. Activate the cold ammunition and take a shot at the one that's right there. So you're gonna take a splash in theory, but all these things might be dropping, and that's what I'm hoping for at this point.
Okay.
15 on the die is a 43. It looks like it's a hit.
That hits.
So this is the base damage. There's also 1 cold damage with that and 1 cold splash, I believe.
Okay. So
Let me see if I can. I think I have a macro for this. Let me double check.
There we go. So I will just apply
It's
that.
1 persistent cold and 1 splash.
So 1 persistent cold on that one, and the splash to those, and the splash to the original target as well. I don't think it did the persistent correct. Maybe I clicked the wrong button. I'm going to undo this one, and I'm going to... Neither of those look like persistent. Oh, there it is, up there. Got it. I think I clicked the wrong...
Oh, okay. But unfortunately, that was my full turn.
Yep. Up next is one that is next. This one has... Already at full health, so it doesn't matter. This one has Bea... Oh, first also end of round. Dezi, you ended your turn inside their gaze. Give me a will save. As this one attacks Bea 3 times. This one has its scream and has not used it.
Oh no.
That's a critical. Yeah, this one is going to scream. We need will saves from everyone. That's a good crit there for someone. Bea has a critical. Vanarel has a success. Daegron has a failure. Dezi has a critical success. Before I roll damage, any hero points being used?
No, I only have one.
That is going to
Yeah, I'm
drop
down.
Daegron. Oh, no, you're not down. You have Orc Ferocity, it looks
Oh,
like.
Yeah, I do have ferocity
So
now.
you are wounded 1, and you are sickened now as well. And then this one will spend its third action just clawing at Bea, trying to get rid of this feeling of hunger that it has, that it senses in you, and misses.
Yay.
Here's where things get bad. That one was taking cold damage, so I need to take off the healed. There we go. This one has not been crit. It does not have its scream back, but it does have Daegron right in front of him. Attack number 1 will hit you on the nose, thanks to the sickened, I believe, there. For 32 more points, that is going to drop you to dying 3, it looks like. I don't believe that. Dying 2 makes sense.
Yeah, I don't know why it would go to 3.
I think it
Crit.
procced the persistent damage immediately.
Oh, it did, yeah.
I think is what happened. It has 2 actions left. It is going to float over you and go for Bea. And it hits Bea as well
Oh no.
for 31 points. And let's see, Daegron's initiative moves right to there. Wow, what just happened? Oh, the persistent damage on it. Got it. It took all the damage. The one whose turn is going has not taken cold damage yet. It was already at... It had taken 9 points, so it's been healed to full. And it is going to drift down and also pick on Bea at this point. They seem to have a preferred target. That one is going to hit Bea with a 45 against AC. Almost scoring even a crit there, it looks like. 24 points, some persistent damage, and it tries one more touch. 39 to hit again. Another set of damage on Bea. 29 more points. And it is now Vanarel's turn. You have seen Daegron hit, stay standing, and then hit again and drop to the ground as the creatures begin to swarm around Bea.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a traumatic flashback, honestly. And they're all... I have to refocus. I have to get them off of Daegron so we can get him up and stay. Actually, I can... This has still been the same day these past couple of sessions.
Yes. You
Okay, so-
rested a longer time, but not an overnight time after leveling up after the Hydra fight. But you have
Yeah,
not taken
I
a
was
long
just-
rest.
Yeah, I was just seeing if I had an opportunity to reinvest my healer's gloves, but I have not. All right, I'm going to redesignate my hunted prey. I'm going to focus on the two that are to my north and my northeast. These two here, especially the one that's standing over Daegron, as my first action. Second, I will do the flurry on the one to my northeast, one of the two that's flanking Bea. Try to take some of the pressure off of... I would love it if you just died horribly right now, zombie guy.
You got one hit with the hammer.
I got one hit. He'll take 28.
Takes a lot more thanks to the Arcane Cascade bonus from Bea.
That is true. One action, I think I'm going to have to focus fire and just... Yeah, I will just focus fire on him. Coming back in with the Castrovel's beacon, I'll make this a second sting. There's a little bit of insurance. If he dodges out of the way, I can at least clip him with the hammer.
He dodges out of the way.
Which is going to catch him for 10.
10 points
Yeah.
of just physical damage.
It's
Yep.
the static damage.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've added it. Okay, that was your turn,
Okay.
right? All 3. Hunt,
Yeah.
prey, flurry, hit. Bea,
Yep.
you're surrounded by things that seem to want to rip out your stomach. You've seen Daegron drop to your north as they surround you.
I recharge. I'm going to cast Hasted Assault to give myself quickened.
Okay, you know Hasted Assault will recharge anyway, so you don't need to recharge separately. So that's only
Oh,
one
okay.
action. Any conflict spell, so any of your focus spells will
Right,
recharge you.
And I'm going to move up and get behind this guy, so they have to kind of come towards me
Okay.
to hit me more. And I'm going to cast a melee ignition on this one. I don't
Okay.
have a cold spell otherwise. Actually, no. I'm going to go for 2 sword attacks.
How are you getting 2 sword attacks? Because you're not hasted yet.
Oh, one
Yeah,
sword
okay.
attack. Sorry. I couldn't do the melee ignition anyways then.
Yeah, 42. That is a easy hit.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Okay. We roll into beginning of round 4. That one does not heal. Let me undo that. And it will swarm down around Bea. You're their favorite food right now. Swings at you and misses. It swings a second time And misses again. That was a good first turn for you. Next one up. That one has taken cold as well. Let me revert. And let's see. Bea looks so far away. Actually, no, it's not far away. Can move to here. That would move through a square, but I don't think he was a target, so I don't think Vanarel can do anything about that. And
No, he's not one of my hunted prey.
Yep. Swinging at Bea. Gets a hit with a 43 against AC and tries a second one with a miss.
My
And
resistance to mental is really helping me right now.
The third one up, this is the one that's Bea's in your square, and it doesn't really like that. It's not used to fighting things in its own square. It's going to move outside of it and then swipe twice at Bea. Critical miss, but I don't think you have a fun reaction for that. And one more regular swing, and with a 41, that is another hit.
Yeah.
For fairly low damage. Okay.
It's adding up, though.
It is adding up. Bea's at about 1/3 health. I know we can't see Bea's bar with below all the stats here too easily. And we are up to death.
Dezi will pull out a scroll of heal and use it on Daegron for 86 back to Daegron.
Okay. I'm also going to say that's going to shunt Daegron out to a different square. Actually, Daegron, you can pick any square that was unoccupied and adjacent to where you were. Where would you like to be recovered?
There's probably fine. Actually, here, we'll just go there.
Your axe, of course, is still in the square, but you can reach into it to grab it. So it's not making it harder to get your axe. But just so you know, your weapon is underneath that other creature.
Yeah.
And that was 3 actions from Dezi. And that one was already at full health. Doesn't matter. It's going for Bea. That's what they like to do. Oh, and Dezi, we do need your save. Someday I'll remember to do these all the time. Today is not that day. That one hits Bea with a 41.
Yay.
For an additional 33 points of damage. Dezi, you've made your save. It does try another swing. We're getting close on Bea. Natural 20. This may drop Bea.
Oh, no.
66 points. I believe you had 60 plus your resistance before that last hit. I suspect this is putting you to dying too. Let's see. Yes. Look at all those stats. They're going over to the next bar. Okay, your initiative moves before it.
You need to take a screenshot of this and send it to those people you're talking to.
Let me grab one right now.
You really, really need some kind of addressing. And
I've saved it. Okay.
I think we could put 3 Beas underneath all
these status effects. Yeah, it's a lot. Okay. And it's gonna spend its last action still going after Bea.
Oh no.
It's a regular hit, pushing it to dying 3. Daegron, you are up.
Okay. He's gonna have to reach for the axe, pick it up, stand, and then let me remove prone here. And kind of just groggily getting to his feet is going to lash out at the one to right next to him here to try to do some sort of damage here.
40 will hit.
For 36 more.
46 total taken by it. And end of round, you need a save against their tortured gaze. Okay, you are fine. The one that you just hit is up next. It does not heal. And it is going to go right back for you. You stood back up. It thought you were dead. It sees that it's not the case. Here comes its painful touch. But it misses. It tries again. It misses. It knows that you can respond, so on its third one, it's going to go for Vanarel instead. And it did critically miss, so it did the right call there. The one who is... Let's see, that one's already at full health. Nothing for it to do. That one took its persistent damage. This one, between Vanarel and Dezi... It has seen Dezi healing everyone, and healing maybe is the opposite of hunger, so I think it's going to go for Dezi now as well. And with a 39, it hits Dezi with 36 points of damage.
Take that.
Tries again, and misses, and it tries a third time. And that's a high roll, 38 on the nose, hits you again. A little bit more damage coming your way, Dezi. 22. Everyone in the party is now feeling hungrier and hungrier as time goes on. Vanarel, things are looking dire here. You saw Daegron get back up. You saw Bea go back. You saw Bea drop. You're being surrounded and isolated from your party members.
All right, I've got one of my hunted prey in between myself and Daegron, so that's the easy answer for now. I'm going to start with a flurry on that one, just to make sure we can drop at least one of them this turn.
3 of them go right after you go. That's a hit and a crit. That is a good roll for you. 67 points of damage. And Yes, and you're far enough away from Bea that you don't have that, but that one has taken cold damage. We can remove it.
I'm going to turn off my hunted prey here for a second because I want to try and get the attention of one of them here. So for my other 2 actions, I am going to get a little more serpentine here. And I don't know if these guys have reactions or not, but just in case, I'm going to use a Viper Strike. It's going to be 2 actions just to get in and around all these guys. I don't know how crafty they actually are in the afterlife, but I'm getting to... Actually, no, I'll stop. I'll put myself there in the middle of all of them and over Bea, hopefully as some form of protection.
Okay.
And I'm going to take a direct shot at this one. The one that's now to my direct north.
Vanarel slithers around the battlefield, one of the few times you've used this ability, using your innate snakiness.
All right, and let me see if I can. This is without my flurry bonus, so -5 map. What's that all about?
That's another hit, though.
41 to hit him.
Now, their eyes followed you around the room, but you could tell they were just too slow to do anything about it. You know, Viper Strike wouldn't let them. You're pretty sure they don't have reactions at this point as well, but... And that destroys that one. And because you're standing over Bea's body, you got some cold damage back on your weapon. So that makes sure it's dead.
I didn't think of that.
And it would have been that one's turn next, so that was very good for you. Now we have, you've made yourself a target. It's gonna spend 3 actions going for you. We have 4 out of the 8 of those destroyed.
Okay.
You're making progress. It's also about equal to half of you destroyed, so it's kind of equal odds right now. As it swings 3 times at you, failing
Dodging just out of the way.
Failing to connect on all 3. Is that the change of fortune you need? This one's not taking cold this turn, so it does recover. It's staring at Bea, wanting to attack the corpse on the ground, but Vanarel, you are right there making a target. It is going to go for you instead.
Okay.
It does hit with a 38 against AC, is exactly your armor class. 26 points of damage. Its second attack, 37,
That was
misses.
close.
And third attack, natural 20, which is still a critical hit. 56 points. Are you still up? You are.
I am fine. I'm on my feet. Man, that hurt.
I know I've already given 2 hero points for the 2 hours. I'm gonna give Vanarel 1 more point there because I think Bea would have been dead there without Vanarel stepping in to attract their attention. Dezi.
The realist of heroes.
Yeah.
Dezi will start by using their Hexing Jar to regain a focus point. That's a free action, with which I have to cast one of my witch spells, which we're gonna life boost. Poor little Libiel over there. Sorry, poor little Bea over there. Sorry if you're hearing running. I had a cat that's decided to go crazy. So I cast that on Bea. When she gets up, I will also let her know, Bea, maybe move behind Daegron. And then I think we need to drop these things. So I am going to go. I'm just going to go right ahead and cast a Moonlight Ray.
Okay.
At 8th level. And we'll do that on... which one? Let's do it on the injured one right here.
Okay, I see the one you've targeted.
The one northwest of Vanarel, yeah. 19 on the die. It's a critical hit. That's what we needed. And I shall roll some damage.
It does have the unholy trait, so hopefully that looks like it did. I need to double that, right?
Cold. Yes, that needs to be doubled. Yay!
I don't think that one is taken.
Get to...
Does that do cold natively? It does.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that's why I chose it. I will reload. We are going to go straight to the cold ammunition here.
Do you? Oh yes, because you get the free reload when you cast a spell.
With a spell slotted spell. Yeah.
Okay, that's better. Down to just 3 of them. Bea, you heal somewhat. You are wounded something now.
You might want to get behind Daegron for now.
You're prone and you've dropped your weapon. Oh, also, sorry, we forgot. Ended your turn. Dezi, give me a save.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself. Make them invisible. And yet another effect.
Is this a 4th rank or is this a 2nd rank?
It's a 4th rank.
Okay, so that was 2 actions. You have 1 action left. You are prone and on the ground, but you are now invisible.
I have 2 actions left.
Oh, you are hasted, yes. 1 must be to stride or strike.
I'm going to stand up.
Okay.
From prone, so I'm no longer prone. Oh, that's
the quick end. I'll put that back on you.
Yeah, thank you. I was like, that one.
Too many conditions. I can find quick end. There it is.
I can probably re-add it myself. And then I'm going to fly over to Daegron and behind. Actually, no, I'm not going to go quite that far from Vanarel. I'm going to stay within being
To be buffing.
Yeah.
Okay. So you out of the way there. They are up next. You also took some mental damage. Luckily, that did not get through. One thing you noticed, this one here, the one that's fighting Vanarel, its eyes roughly followed Bea, even though you were invisible.
Oh no.
It does seem like it's staying here in Vanarel because it like knows you moved. It knows you're over there. Like you're pretty sure it knows you're square, but Vanarel is still right in front of it and an easier target. So it's staying on Vanarel for the time being. Swinging away. 1. Crit. Natural 20.
Oh, man. All right.
70 points. Dying 2 with persistent damage. It is now going to move after that thing that it felt move away from it. And it is going to make the flat check to target you.
It's able to find me. Yay.
You think they have life sense. They have a sense to tell where living things are. But it critically misses on its attack roll. So it knows you're there, but it missed. Daegron.
Okay, let's see. So seeing as Vanarel just went down, yeah, he's going to activate his dueling dance to get that back up. So we keep that, and then using Needle Through the God's Eye, he's going to leap south next to Vanarel and take 2 strikes at the one furthest to the south. Okay, at 47 to hit.
Will crit it.
Good damage roll, 82 points of damage. I won't cleave into Vanarel and kill him. I'm feeling generous.
Appreciate that.
And then the second one, another 15 for 47 again.
It's another crit.
There's 76
Screamed
points of damage.
twice.
Another one has died. Yes, that's 2 of them that could have screamed, but did not. I think you have 1 action left after that.
No, dueling dance and then
yes.
the jump.
Okay. You've ended your turn. You're still in the aura of some of them. So let's get the save. And you've also noticed that their aura gets larger when they're lower health. And not that that's been at all applicable in this fight. Okay.
It largely does something more. We just don't know what.
The one that's next to Dezi is just going to triple attack Dezi. You're lucky that no one's crit that one. Miss and go away dice so I can see the macro. Miss. 3 misses. That is very good for you all. Top of round 6, Dezi. You saw Bea heal a little bit and then disappear. And you saw something chase after the invisible square, so you might have a guess of where Bea is because of where the thing chasing it went. But you don't see Bea directly.
Really carry healing potions. I'm all out of life boost, and you don't have life boost.
Unfortunate things that we're getting sickened.
Just attack. I got it.
You can heal things?
Yeah, I have potions I can feed Vanarel.
I'm still gonna do. I don't have anything really, really great to do, and getting Vanarel up still seems more important. So I'm gonna pull out my scroll of heal, and we're gonna use this as a 2 action on Vanarel. So 90 back, Vanarel. Show him
Okay.
what for.
It is your turn.
Well, one way or another, this potion's getting drank. I would like to attempt to retch for the second.
Yes. Go ahead. Give me a fort save. DC, it was 34. You just got it. You cleared the
Ooh.
second. Let me take that off of you.
Okay, and I'm going to reach into my lovely pouch of various mini things, using the bandolier or whatever, to drink a elixir of life major.
I believe you have 1 action left. Oh no, you have 2 actions left. You are still hasted, so you still haven't strode or strike, so you can't spell strike with what you have left.
I'm going to strike this man here with my little dinky sword.
You'd have to move into its square though, right?
Right.
You'd still have you have the actions to do that, but that would be your whole turn.
Yeah. Might as well. Move in. Storm Flash.
That will hit it. 44 against AC. It was still off guard to you, even because it knows where you are, but it's not enough to defend against that. It took a good amount of damage, and it is now end of your turn. You need to give me a will save. And that was the wrong macro, so I need to check the DC. You still passed, doesn't matter. Okay.
Yay.
Vanarel. And Bea takes a little more mental damage.
Well, lying on the ground here, with his eyes just coming back into focus, staring up at this dead, rotted, and extraordinarily hungry elf. Just the instincts kick in, where even before things are like fully in focus with Vanarel, he has already redesignated both of them as hunted prey. Then I'm going to look up at Daegron. Daegron, they're favoring their left side. Look at right here. And I am going to just punch this guy once unarmed. I don't have my weapons on me right now, but I am giving Daegron my Warden's Boon. They're both my hunted prey, so your map will be 0, -3, -6, no matter who you happen to hit. And let me actually... Wait, I have to tell my character sheet to drop this so that I have a singular strike on the guy directly to my north. Okay, the
Punch him in the
already on.
calf.
Yeah, just... That's not gonna work, I don't think.
Just slap your hand against him.
Wait a second. I'm gonna cash in my save Bea heroic hero point.
Okay.
You got this. Maybe?
Yeah,
Right.
you managed to like flick him in the knee with your fingertip or something.
Yeah,
And,
just catch the side of the kneecap. Even when you're undead, that's still gotta hurt.
You've got very cold hands, right? So
Yeah, look at that.
14.
You do. It actually has decent damage from the vulnerability.
You did one. The fact that you have the
Crush
plus
him with a
10,
knee, try to drop him.
the fact that you get the plus 10 between your strength and the greater weapon spec on top of the 1 damage from the punch, and then the 3 from the cold and 10 more from the vulnerability. That was all. That was 2 of your actions, right? Because you've hunted prey
Warden's
and flick.
Boon and
Yep.
punch this guy in the kneecap. I'm done.
Okay, and you
His
ended your
regeneration
turn,
got
so you
stopped
do
too?
need to give me a save.
He doesn't regenerate then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Let me take that off of him. Okay, yeah. Okay, it is up, and now who does it want to go for? It knows where Bea is, but Bea is no longer sickened. I think Daegron is sickened, so I think Daegron's going to become the target. So here it goes, swinging away 3 times. First one, high roll. That's a hit for 29 points of damage. Tries again. Critical miss.
Well, there we go.
Oh, I'm sorry, guy.
Oh, you
One.
missed though.
Do I get flanking?
I am going to say yes. I know it's not giving it because of technical rules on how tiny sized creatures work, but I'm going to still
it
say
was targeting
typically.
me too. That would have hit it. It's
Oh.
41.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. That does hit. Never mind. 41, it's not going to crit. So, yeah, don't know where it's
Oh, yeah.
flanking. And it still has 1 action left. So it goes for you the 3rd time. And that's going to miss again. Critical miss again, but can't do that twice. But it is now your turn, Daegron. There's 2 of them left.
Okay.
The party has probably 1 character worth of hit points total right now.
and half of them are in Dezi.
Yeah, basically. Let's see. What's the best way to go about it be?
Maybe leap, stab one on each. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just seeing it might be prudent to go for the 1 on Bea because I think you'd still survive around here. So we'll leap up a little, do a hop north, do 2 on to the one that's Bea's giving me flanking with.
Yep, that's a hit.
Regular hit here. Second one,
It is also a hit.
regular hit.
41 against AC. 44 damage from the first one, and 39 from the second one. You know, both these are doing a little bit extra. You have 1 action left.
Then this is going to be at a
Minus 6.
-6, not
Minus
-10,
6.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Let me just add that 4 in here. Typed. And for the last one at full map,
That hits.
16.
Again, lucky
Nice.
there have been no
Okay.
crits.
Low damage, but 32 more points.
Oh. Okay. That was its turn. We have the one that is going for Dezi, who is already at full health. And you are still taking some persistent damage there, Daegron. It's not looking
Yeah.
good for you. The one attacking Dezi is going to swing 3 times. 1 with a hit with a 42 against AC. 30 points of damage. Second swing. Critical miss. Nothing you can do about that. Third swing. Critical miss. Top of round 7. Dezi, you are up. You know the party is in dire straits. You have 1 right next to you and 1 that is almost dead.
Yeah, this isn't good. Fine. We're not going to do much else today anyways. I will 3-action heal.
9th rank. That's a big heal. Let me roll there to fort saves.
That's more like it. 50 hit points to everybody.
And let's see. 1 failed, 1 succeeded. The one that failed was the one that had 5 hit points left.
Curses. Well, that's okay. I don't care.
And it just took cold, so that one is destroyed, and the other one succeeded. You also know that a crit fail on a save would also recharge their scream.
Why, that is whatever.
Luckily,
We
none of
need
them.
the healing. You know,
Yeah.
I'm doing what I'm doing here.
Okay, that was your whole turn.
Hope that helps.
Bea, you are up. There is one
Right.
left. Oh, and end
spells-
of turn. Dezi, save. Okay.
Well, my spell check is recharged, so I'm going to run up to him on the ground, still invisible, and cast a sheer strike to give myself a little bit more. I can't give it to me. Hold on.
Yeah.
Get out here. Yeah, so I can just
Okay. Sure
more
strike.
effects.
Yep. So move, sure strike, spell
and
strike.
I
what
spell
spell?
strike with ignition.
Okay. That gets a crit.
That's so close to being a 2 and a 4.
That gets a crit, so it has recharged its scream if it gets another turn. But that's a good amount of
And,
damage. And roll the
yes,
spell strike, melee. Yep.
Damage. I think it's really ambitious to think it might get another
Yep.
turn.
That was your turn. End of your turn, you need to give me a save. I mean, now that you've said it's ambitious, you know what that means. It means
Yeah,
Daegron's going
of
to roll
course,
all
we're-
ones.
It's going to be Clown Fiesta.
And you're fine. Okay, Vanarel. There is one left. Can you kill it?
Yep, you're gonna try.
And if you don't, Daegron gets a chance, and if neither of you do, it screams, and that could kill 2 of you, I think.
I will stand for action number 1. I'll pick up my light hammer. Wait, which I actually have to go and pick up the light hammer for a second action. And third, I'm gonna send it as far into that thing's head as I possibly can.
Does it get the cold damage?
No,
I
because
don't think
he is
so.
outside your,
'Cause I'm,
he is
Yeah,
outside
I'm over
Bea's
here.
radius.
even though the hammer's connecting right. in
Does
front
hit.
of you.
43 against AC for a little bit more damage to help out with eventual kill, hopefully. But that was your whole turn, I believe.
That was all 3 of mine. Yeah.
You need to give me your save.
All right.
You're fine. Daegron,
Okay.
it is down to you.
A little hop north here. Get some flanking with Dezi and try to put this thing down with 2 attacks.
Luckily, you hit on a natural 5 for 35 points. You know, that's a little bit
35.
more. Looks like about half of its remaining hit points. Oh, a 16 is a crit. That can probably do it.
But you'll recharge its scream.
Not at Scream.
That's already been
Seven
recharged, so
points.
you can't overcharge it. And it is dead. It is destroyed. Who still has persistent damage on them?
I think I do.
I got 100.
And again, your health is high enough. I'm going to end the encounter.
Yeah, I shook mine off.
Okay, we don't need to roll through. No one's at death door from the persistent damage. You can click off the persistent damage. Don't apply any healing, but I know you have enough healing that's likely going to resolve things. As the 4 of you take a sigh of relief after that onslaught of undead in this space, you're looking around. It does seem more and more like this area has not been. It does feel like the demons had been here, but maybe were driven out, possibly even by these tormented souls. But they were still aggressive towards you as well. The area is slightly damaged. You can tell the passage of time has hurt a lot of things, but the area does feel a little less corrupted than everywhere else you've been. What are you doing?
I hate to say this, but I could use like a big rest. I don't know how you all are feeling, but that was bad.
Yeah, same here. But I think I'd like to check out the rest of these rooms just to make sure nothing's around. Or
Well,
there's
I'm gonna
no
huddle
other...
in this corner and at least refocus and get some of my health back first, but that's fair.
Yeah, let's do what we can for the wounds we have, and this place feels different than the others.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't feel as corrupted, silent, but
Abandoned.
Like it.
While I'm still invisible, I'm going to sneak around, and if you want me to make a sneak roll for that, I will.
Give me a stealth
But
roll.
I'm going to,
Yeah.
I'm going to look around the area to make sure that like there's no other entrances and no other BCs around.
Okay.
yeah. And during that time, Daegron's kind of goes over to the far corner from Dezi and just give me a minute. And he has to lean up against the wall and just retch as that almost like hunger that was kind of almost consuming him. He starts to shake it off and clear his sickened condition.
Yep.
That's where I was gonna set up the tent.
Other corner blue.
As you're flying around there, Bea, you're seeing more and more urns. You can tell this is where a lot of dead had been interred over the centuries. You do know that 2 of the things you fought came from the path to the south that you're in right now. All the other ones came from that main first room. Getting quite
She's-
far from the party.
She's not really looking for like a. She's making sure that they're alone here and that there's nothing going to attack them if we take a rest. So yeah, she's going to make sure she goes to all terminuses. She's not really looking for anything like valuable or even searching around too deeply. She figures she'd get the drop on almost anything that's around.
The one thing you saw as you were working through there, back on the wall here, at the end of the western hallway you were just exploring, you did see all kinds of scrapes against one of the walls there. That looked out of
Against this-
place. The one south of that, but yes, basically right there.
I'll take note of that and bring it back to everybody else, but I'm not going to investigate myself.
Yeah, it looks like you would think someone had been scratching against that wall, clawing against it, doing something against that wall. The rest of the party is huddled up and healing. I see some treat wounds going on.
That clears all level of wounded, or is it
Yes,
reduced by one?
all level of wounded.
Okay.
We're alone and there's no other entrances to this area.
That's good. I think I still want to do a full search, or like a search to see if there's anything interesting here. But first, let's get to full health.
Okay.
No one here. We can take some time at least.
Yes, how long are you trying to rest here? Are you resting and doing treat wounds until full? Are you trying to do an overnight rest to prepare spells again?
Let's get treat wounds to full. We'll do a search of an area, and then I'm inclined to maybe think about an overnight rest. I don't know how you're doing.
If the demons don't come here, this might be the best place for it.
Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna find a better place. It might be
I'm
worth
Kind of
trying.
low on spell slots. I would like to move some of the bookcases in front of that other door.
That's probably a good idea. Actually, it was barricaded before. Maybe we can set up at least something that looks like a barricade there.
There was something on that opposite door as well.
Yeah, this
Not in
door.
Oh,
here
that's what I
had
meant.
No, yes, so-
Maybe we can
Shut.
set up something that looks like a barricade where it was before.
I mean, it might be hard to set up a barricade in front of doors that you're going through.
Well, I meant looks like a barricade. I don't. Is Bea good at thievery or no?
Bea is okay at thievery.
Okay. I was thinking of setting up something. Actually, I don't have any illusions, do I? No, I don't.
I was just thinking of pile some bookcases onto the other door because we know every room that we've been down here is clear right now. If we just barricade the one door that they can get in from, we'll be a lot safer. Yes?
Well, a barricade won't last
we
overnight.
have
but yeah.
we have the barricade on this door already. I think we piled that up pretty good. The original one you guys had barricaded,
Mhm.
and then if there's anything in here we can grab, we can kind of do a quick one on this door. The very least, if
but I
somebody
would
comes
rather-
through, we should hear them.
Yeah,
I
I
would rather
agree.
not use the urns to make a barricade.
No,
There is
No.
the stone rubble,
That's
like
fair.
you see in some corners of the
Yeah.
room
Oh, that's
here,
fair.
that you could use to
Okay.
make a little bit of a barricade. Don't think it'd be very strong against it, but it's better than nothing. It would definitely make noise at least to wake you up.
There's the other door
That's
as
fine.
well.
Yeah. Once
can-
There is the door that's
yeah.
been broken off its hinges. Yes, you can use that as well.
without doing this manually, like in
No, I'm willing to say you can heal to full with that
yeah.
with like an hour again. You have that
Okay.
type of
Yeah, I'm
treat
just
wounds.
thinking if we're going to do an overnight's rest, then I'd like to explore this area after we heal to full, basically.
Okay, so
but
you can heal
before
to
we rest
full.
for the night.
Take about an hour for people to patch up. And I think rather than running through, because I know we're close to the end of the session, I would rather save exploring this for next session. I don't want to feel like I'm
okay.
rushing through it to end at a certain time. So we're not going to rest yet. We're not going to overnight. We probably will have an early, next week, we'll probably have you rest pretty early in the session. I know that's your plan, unless that gets disrupted. So just remind me about that when it comes up. And we'll probably start with a little bit more discussion about what you want to find here, try to in character how this is going, just so we're not going to fight. So just keep that in mind for next session. Trying to slow the pace down just a little bit because it feels like you have a place to explore. And I think with that, we will call it for tonight. Thank you all for tuning in. I know chat was very active at the start of the session, and I appreciate you all being here so very much. So thank you. And we will see you
Yes.
next week.
Good night.
Bye, everyone.